I am here. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You made the best choice by clicking on this video. The sky moves when you take a step of faith, and that's exactly what you've done now. None of this is by chance. I prepared this word especially for you. While all the noise in the world tries to occupy your mind, I chose this moment to speak directly to you. I am here. And I want you to know, a great miracle is about to happen in your home. You may not even see it yet, but something in the invisible has already started to move. I heard your prayers, I know each of the tears that you shed in silence, those that no one saw, but that deeply touched my heart. Nothing went unnoticed in my eyes. And today, I come to tell you that the time for an answer has come. I am opening paths where there seemed to be no direction left. I am bringing life where there was only pain. This video is the channel I chose to reach your soul with the certainty that you are not alone. I know what you have been facing. I know there are nights when you try to sleep, but your heart won't calm down. I see your internal struggles, your doubts, the thoughts that try to convince you that nothing will change. But today I declare, yes, it will change. Because I, your Father, am coming with providence. I'm in that environment now. Feel my presence surrounding you. Where you are, there I am too. The place you find yourself in has been transformed into sacred ground because my voice is echoing within you. Maybe you think you clicked on this video by chance, but the truth is that it was I who brought you here. There is a purpose hidden in every detail, and now that purpose is being revealed. I want to restore everything that was broken, rekindle the flame that almost went out inside your chest. There are still living promises about your life, and none of them have been forgotten. Not for a second did I disconnect from you. Even when you felt most distant, I was close, supporting you, guarding you, waiting for the right moment to say, the time has come. Listen carefully. You are seconds away from experiencing the beginning of a transformation that will mark your life forever. Miracles don't need an explanation, just faith. And it is this faith that I am now awakening within you. A faith that removes mountains, that calms storms, that opens doors where there were only walls. It's time to believe again. It is time to dream again, to allow the impossible to become reality by my hand. Because there are no limits to what I can do when a heart gives itself sincerely. As you listen to these words, I am healing deep wounds, breaking invisible chains, bringing to light the answers you have been searching for. Don't be afraid. I chose you. And when I choose someone, nothing can stop my promises from being fulfilled. The time of waiting is coming to an end. A new cycle begins now, before your eyes. You will notice, day by day, how everything will begin to align. The right people will arrive. Right doors will open. And what seemed far away will finally happen. I brought you here to tell you that there is hope, and that your story is not over yet. On the contrary, it is beginning to be written with a new chapter. A chapter of healing, restoration, new beginnings. Believe this with all your being, because I am in control of every detail. And if you feel something different now, know that it is my spirit testifying within you. Don't ignore this feeling. I am here. I'm talking to you. Comment, I believe in my miracle. This is not just a comment, it is a prophetic statement. Write with faith, as if you know that heaven is acting. And stay here with me, because what I have to reveal goes beyond what you imagine. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You're still here, and that says a lot. Your heart knows these words are not common. There is something in your spirit that recognizes the truth behind every sentence. This is the touch of the supernatural. It's heaven leaning in to talk to you. I am the Lord, your God, and today I announce, a miracle is on the way. It's not small. It is not symbolic. It's real, it's visible, and it will happen before your eyes. This miracle has been released into your life, and nothing can stop its manifestation. You have been crying out in silence, fighting feelings that no one knows about. There are days when you smile on the outside, but inside you feel like something is falling apart. I know this tiredness. I know the void that no human words could fill. But today, I come to remind you that I am the inexhaustible source of everything you need. And when I decide to act, no opposing force prevails. What is coming will exceed your expectations. I will restore what was broken. I will multiply what seemed lost. I will breathe life where you only saw an end. Listen to this, I've seen your hardest days. Those where you thought about giving up, about stopping everything. I saw when you thought I had shut up, when you thought your prayers weren't going through the roof. But even there, in the silence, I was working. I was preparing everything, shaping the behind the scenes of your story. Now it is time for you to see what I have prepared. This miracle will not just be an answer, it will be a testimony. People around you will see what I will do in your life and know that it was my hand that touched you. There will be change in your home. What seemed stuck will be unlocked. Where there was tension, there will be peace. Where there was scarcity, there will be provision. Where there was division, there will be reconciliation. I am moving the supernatural upon your home. Angels have already been sent on missions to bring order, healing and response. It all starts with your faith. You don't need to understand how. You just need to believe. Really believe. I don't depend on circumstances to act. I transform circumstances. There are people being raised up right now to help you. Doors that have been closed for years will begin to open. Forgotten documents will be activated. Unexpected calls will arrive. Relationships will heal. Opportunities that seemed unattainable will come to you. I am writing a new chapter of your story. You will live what you didn't even dare to ask for, because I am a father who surprises. Your faithfulness, although imperfect, touched my heart. And because you stayed, now you will reap. I know there are doubts in your heart. You've been disappointed so many times, and that's why you're afraid to believe again. But today, I ask you to try once again. Take one more step. May you open your heart and receive what I have prepared. You are no longer alone. You never have been, actually. My presence has sustained you even when everything seemed to fall apart. And now, I want to lift you up. I want to show you that miracles still exist, that the impossible is still a specialty of mine. And when that miracle happens, because it will happen, remember to be grateful. Remember that it was I who listened to you, who loved you on your most difficult days and who decided to act now. Remember that this all started here, with a simple decision to hear this word. Nothing is a coincidence. This is God's time for your life. And if you've come this far, it's because heaven chose you to live this. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it now. Just as you are being touched, someone around you also needs to know that they have not been forgotten, that God is about to move in power. Be an instrument of light. You are part of this miracle. What starts today doesn't end here. I'm just getting started. Continue. Stay tuned. Something great is coming your way. What seemed distant is now approaching. What seemed impossible now becomes reality. What seemed lost is now restored. I am the God who does beyond. And this is the time of the extraordinary in your life. Take a deep breath. The miracle is already on the way. You are here because you heard my call. You didn't get to this moment by chance. There is something in your spirit that recognizes my voice even when the world tries to distract you. And now I need you to remain with me. Don't leave. Don't walk away. Because what I'm about to reveal below could transform your life permanently. There are blessings prepared for you that will only be released if you remain until the end. Listening until the last second is an act of faith, and faith always attracts the supernatural. There is something sacred happening now. As you listen, something inside you begins to awaken. Faith, which was dormant, begins to rise again. That flame that almost went out shines again. And that doesn't come from you. It comes from me. It is my spirit rekindling hope, clearing what was darkened by the frustrations of the past. I know your heart. I know you've tried other times. Who once believed and then was disappointed. But now it's different. Because now it is me speaking to you clearly, personally, directly. Don't allow the enemy to steal this moment. There are invisible battles going on every time you decide to draw close to me. And one of the weapons most used against you is distraction. A notification, a thought, a worry, anything that tries to take you out of the presence. But I tell you with authority, do not be distracted. Stay strong. Stay here. There are profound revelations being released right now, and they are for you. Just for you. Maybe you are feeling something that is difficult to explain. A heat in the chest, a lump in the throat, tears in the eyes without knowing exactly why. This is a sign that my spirit is working in you. It is spiritual confirmation that this word came from my heart to yours. This is not emotionalism. This is presence. This is divine touch. It's healing that starts to happen without you having to move. I am healing what hurt you deeply. I'm cleaning up the dirt they tried to throw at you. I am removing burdens that did not belong to you. Do you feel? This is not imagination. It's real. It's me. And I want you to know, I never walked away. Even on the days you felt alone, I was close. Even when you didn't feel me, I was taking care of every detail. And now that you have opened your heart to hear my voice, everything begins to fall into line. Your emotions begin to find peace. Your thoughts begin to calm down. Your body even feels relief. Because where I am, there is freedom. And where there is freedom, there is healing, there is clarity, there is transformation. Don't close the door now. Don't disconnect. You are in the midst of a spiritual move. And this movement is not collective, it is personal. It's just you and I. A sacred conversation, an eternal encounter. I chose this video to reach you because I knew you needed to hear this today. I knew you were carrying too much weight. I knew I needed answers. And here I am. Talking to you. Touching areas you didn't even know still hurt. Healing memories, restoring dreams, rekindling purposes. Stay with me. Not out of obligation. But because your spirit knows it needs it. There is a new time being generated right now. Like the dawn that rises after a long night, this will be your life from now on. But the dawn only comes to those who remain. Whoever leaves early misses the miracle that is already on the way. I ask you, stay. Receive every word. Allow this truth to sink from your mind to your heart. Don't hold back your emotions. Let it flow. Cry if you want. Silence if you need to. Just be here. Because I am here with you. Like and subscribe to continue hearing my voice. This is not just a digital gesture. It is a spiritual seal that you choose to remain in me. That you want to continue listening to that which comes from above. When you do this, you are saying, Lord, I receive. I accept. I remain. And it is this permanence that will take you to a new level. Stay tuned. I still have more to tell you. Take a deep breath again. This is just the beginning of something extraordinary. I saw everything. Every silent gesture of faith. Every tear shed in the dark of your room. I saw when you chose to love, even without receiving love in return. I saw when you decided to continue, even without strength. When he forgave without being recognized. When he served without applause. When you helped without reward. Nothing escaped my eyes. While the world ignored your pain, I was writing down every detail. And today I come to tell you, nothing was in vain. Nothing will be forgotten. Everything you have done sincerely will be rewarded. You were chosen for this time. It may seem like your life has stopped, that time has passed and you haven't kept up. But actually, I was preparing everything. The years you thought you missed were actually foundational years. I was building something deep in you. Character, faith, resilience. And now the time has come for you to understand why there are so many fights. Why the silences. Why the no's. Everything was pointing towards this moment. And it is now that your story begins to change before your eyes. You were not left aside. He didn't stay behind. It was not forgotten. The wait was not a punishment, it was a preparation. I needed you to mature, to learn to listen to me even when I didn't speak. And you learned. Even though you were crying, you remained. Even though I doubted, you didn't abandon me. Even though you were scared, you continued. And now, harvest time is coming. The turning point is approaching. And you will see with your own eyes what I promised in secret in your spirit. Remember that strange feeling that there was something bigger in store for you? That impression that, despite everything, your life had a special calling? Well, it was real. It was my voice. And today I confirm you, yes, you were separated. Yes, you have a purpose. Yes, there is something great coming your way. But it's not on merit. It's not about performance. It's for love. It is because I know you deeply and have decided to lift you up in this time as a sign of my care and my faithfulness. You have no idea the impact your life will have when this new cycle begins. You think you have little influence, but I see seeds. Words you spoke in simple moments that touched hearts. Gestures that you no longer even remembered and that still echo in other people's lives. There are fruits that were born from your actions, even when you didn't see them. And now, I come to tell you that the land that seemed dry will bloom again. The garden that was forgotten will be watered. And the seeds you sowed in pain will bear fruit in joy. I know there is tiredness. That there are marks of battles. I know that inside you carry unanswered questions, wounds that still throb. But I bring you one certainty, all of this will be healed. Not because you deserve it, but because I am good. And because I promised myself that I would lift you up. You are part of something bigger. What's coming is not just blessing, it's destiny. It is the fulfillment of a promise made before you were even born. And no tears will have been shed in vain. No effort will have been useless. I saw when you forgave in silence. When he endured humiliation. When he was wronged and chose not to fight back. I saw. And I wrote each of these attitudes in my book. Now, I will honor you. I will lift your head. I will give you peace where there was war. I will put rest where there was only exhaustion. Because you belong to me. Because I chose you. Because even when you didn't understand, you remained. And this has a lot of value before me. This is the time of restoration. The time to see promises leaving paper and entering reality. The time to live what you could only imagine. Stay strong. There is still more for me to reveal to you. You were chosen for this time, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can change that. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. I won't forget what I promised. Not for an instant. My words do not come back empty. They follow invisible paths, break barriers, cross time and silence until they find their destiny. And today, they are coming to you. I do not change, my child. I am not like men, who promise and fail. I am faithful. If I spoke, I will fulfill it. Even if it seems time-consuming, even if the contrary winds try to convince you otherwise, what I said about you still stands. You've already doubted it, haven't you? Have you ever thought that maybe you misunderstood, that maybe it wasn't me you were talking to? Have you ever thought that that promise was the fruit of your imagination, of your desire to win, to be happy? But I come today to remind you, it was me. It was I who whispered to your heart that there was something greater waiting for you. It was I who planted this dream within you. And now I'm watering what I planted. The time of manifestation is coming. You will see with your eyes what only your spirit believed. I work even when you don't see it. When everything seems still, I'm moving pieces. Just when you think nothing is happening, I'm organizing details. I see beyond. I know the right time, the exact time. And no matter how much your anxiety screams, I ask, trust. Waiting does not cancel the promise. Time does not weaken what I said. On the contrary, it strengthens. Because when I act, I make it complete, perfect, eternal. And that is what I am preparing, something that lasts, that bears fruit, that glorifies my name through your life. You will understand why it took so long. You will look back and see that, if it had happened before, it would have been lost. You needed to go through what you went through to be who you are today. Your scars are proof that you survived the process. And now, you are ready to live the promise. It's not about merit, but about preparation. I don't just want to give you something, I want you to be able to sustain what I give you. That's why I shaped your mind, healed your heart and renewed your vision. The opposition you faced was proportionate to the magnitude of what is to come. People moved away, doors closed, opportunities disappeared, but that was all part of it. It was me clearing the path, protecting you from wrong alliances, from dangerous shortcuts, from deadly distractions. I don't just want to take you to your destination, I want you to arrive whole, in peace, with purpose and maturity. That's why, even if you don't understand everything right now, you can trust. Because I know what I'm doing. And the most beautiful thing is that what will come will be double. What you have lost, I will restore. The time that was stolen, I will multiply. Shame will be replaced by honor. Scarcity, for abundance. The tears, for joy. Those who doubted will see with their own eyes my faithfulness in their lives. And you will say, it could only be God. Only He can make something so complete, so beautiful, so fair. Because it is I who restore you. It is I who lift you up. It is I who fulfill you. So lift your head. Walk in faith. And even if your feet are still tired, keep going. Because I am renewing your strength now. Feel. Inhale deeply. Something inside you is being strengthened. It's not psychological. It's spiritual. It is my power in action. A new strength is filling you, and with it will come the certainty that you are not alone. I'm with you. And what I promised, I will fulfill. Comment, 7777 as a sign of faith. This prophetic number represents the seal of the promise, the fullness of the work, the perfect time of heaven. Write with confidence. It is more than a comment, it is a spiritual statement, an act of agreement with what I am doing. And stay with me. There is more. What is coming goes beyond what you prayed for. Get ready. I am the God who does infinitely more. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You may not have realized it yet, but the transformation has already begun. It didn't come with fanfare, it didn't come with visible announcements, but it's there, happening inside you, around you, in your home, in the details that seemed too small to attract attention. I am working silently, with precision. Every thought aligned with faith, every decision you made not to give up, every time you chose to seek me despite being tired, all of this moved heaven in your favor. I don't need to make noise to act. I first transform it into the invisible, and then reveal it in the natural. I started inside you. Before changing what's outside, I heal what's inside. I removed the weight of guilt, I removed the voices that accused you, and I am renewing your mind. The transformation I am making is profound, it is real, it is eternal. It's not spiritual makeup, it's true healing. I am teaching you to see with my eyes, to think with a clean heart, to feel with hope again. What you thought would never change is already changing. That old pain that felt like part of who you were is being uprooted. And in place of pain, I am planting peace. You are no longer the same as yesterday. It won't even be the same as tomorrow. Each day is a new measure of glory being released upon you. What used to make you fall apart now no longer paralyzes you. What once discouraged you now strengthens your faith. This is growth. This is spiritual maturity. This is transformation. I am teaching you to remain firm, even when there are no visible signs. I am shaping your patience, your resilience, your unwavering faith. All of this has a purpose, to make you someone capable of living the promises I prepared. While you think you are just listening to a message, heaven is acting. Angels are being sent. The environment around you is being purified. Words spoken against you are being broken. Spiritual ties are being undone. Invisible chains are breaking. I'm pouring new oil over your head, renewing your identity. You are no longer a survivor. You are a chosen one. Someone who has been set apart, protected, preserved, because there is a greater plan at work. I saw your struggle not to lose faith. I saw the days when everything seemed meaningless, and yet you chose to trust. This has value to me. Your faithfulness, even if fragile, touched my heart. And now I come to honor you. Not just with words, but with visible actions. You will see changes in areas that seemed dead. People will notice something different about you. Your peace will be visible. Your strength will be recognized. And it won't be pride, it will be testimony. The testimony of what I have done, of what I have begun, of what I am still completing. There is a new lightness coming over your soul. A relief you hadn't felt in years. And it is not because the problems have disappeared, but because I am inside you, facing everything by your side. You are being endued with power from above. This will make you unshakable. It doesn't mean you won't have struggles, but that you'll never face anything alone again. I'm with you. I am in front, to the side and behind. I guard you completely. And so you can rest. Let this transformation continue. Don't try to control, just surrender. There are things that can only be built when you let go of control. I don't need your strength, I need your surrendered heart. When you give me everything, I organize everything. When you trust, I move forward. When you shut up to listen, I speak. And today I am speaking, your life is being renewed. And the best is yet to come. Feel it. The environment around you begins to change. Your breathing becomes lighter. Your mind slows down. Your heart calms down. This is the fruit of my presence. It is a sign that I am here. You don't need to force anything. Just receive. The transformation I have begun will be complete. Nothing will be like before. I will make everything new. And you will live days you never imagined. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You will overcome what seemed impossible. I know there are times when everything seems too big, too heavy, too difficult. I know that there are situations that make you think that you will never leave the place, that nothing will change, that you will always live in this cycle of pain, loss, fear. But I come today to remind you, I am the God who does the impossible. I am the God who knows no limits. What for men is the end, for me is the starting point. What seems closed, I open with a single word. What paralyzes you, I break with a touch of my presence. You will win. You will go through this pain, you will go through this phase, you will leave behind this feeling of defeat that insists on surrounding you. Because I am with you. Because I'm fighting for you. Even when everything seems contrary, I continue to be supportive of you. No opposing force is more powerful than my love. No sentence is greater than my promise. And the promise I have for your life is victory, not failure. It is about growth, not stagnation. It is one of plenitude, not scarcity. You may even be tired. You may have doubts. It may have weaknesses. But this does not change what I have already determined. Because your victory does not depend on your perfection, but on my faithfulness. And I am faithful. I don't give up on you. Even when you think about giving up everything, I remain. I support you on bad days. I hide you in the storms. I strengthen you in the day of battle. And that's why you will win. Because I am with you. Because your story isn't over yet. Because there is something powerful being born inside, courage. You are becoming stronger than you know. Each tear has strengthened your roots. Each challenge has expanded your stamina. Each no has positioned you closer to the definitive yes. I don't waste pain. Everything you have experienced will serve as the basis for what is to come. And what's coming is great. It's honor. It's restitution. It is joy where there was sadness. It's clarity where there was confusion. I am taking the veil from your eyes. I am opening your vision. And I'm saying, move forward. Even scared. Even with doubts. Advance. You are no longer in the same place. It may seem the same, but a lot has changed inside you. You are more prepared. More sensitive to my voice. Firmer in faith. And now, he's ready to take bigger steps. You will walk through places that previously seemed inaccessible. You will conquer territories that previously intimidated you. Because now you know who you are. Now you understand that you don't walk alone. Now you truly believe that victory is a promise, not a possibility. I see what's inside. And what I see is a warrior rising up. Someone who has suffered a lot, but has not lost their essence. Someone who was heartbroken but didn't lose compassion. Someone who was rejected but chose to forgive. Someone who was afraid, but decided to continue. And that pleases me. Because it is in weakness that my power is made perfect. It is when you reach the limit that I enter with supernatural strength. You don't need to have everything under control. You just need to trust. You will be amazed at the strength you are about to discover within yourself. You will look back and see how it grew, how it resisted, how it flourished in the middle of the desert. You will realize that nothing stopped you. They tried, yes. That was difficult, yes. But they couldn't stop what I started. Because I am the one who determines the end of the journey. And I say, there is still a lot ahead. There are still promises alive. There are still miracles in store. There is still a future full of hope. Like and subscribe to declare your faith. This simple gesture is more than engagement, it is a prophetic act. It's you saying, I believe. I receive. I proceed. And by doing this, you are activating the spiritual atmosphere around you. You are agreeing with what I have released. And where there is agreement, there is manifestation. Continue here. I still have more to release about you. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. The storm will pass. I know the winds have been blowing hard. I watched as everything around him seemed to collapse. I know that the cloudy days seem to have no end, and that the darkness tries to extinguish the light that still remains inside you. But today I come with peace. A peace that the world does not understand. A peace that does not depend on circumstances, on good news, on immediate solutions. The peace that I give you comes from above, and it is capable of calming even the most turbulent sea within you. Your mind has been a battlefield. Confused thoughts, doubts, pressures, all trying to push you into a place of fear. But I declare now, be still. Breathe. Look at me. I am the one who calms the storm with a single word. I am the one who enters the midst of chaos and says, let there be peace. And today I'm doing it for you. I'm invading this internal environment that seemed out of control and putting everything in order. The storm will not consume you. She has no power to destroy you. It will pass. And when it passes, you will still be standing. There is a new time approaching. A time where the thunder stops and the sun shines again. There may still be clouds, but they are already moving away. The rain will stop. And you will realize that, even in the middle of the storm, I was there. I never left you. Not for a second. Even when you didn't feel me, I was holding your hand. Even when your eyes couldn't see me, I carried you. And now, as the noise begins to subside, you will hear my voice more clearly. The peace that I place on you today is like a cloak. It descends on your mind, on your heart, on your body. You will feel relief. You will feel as if something is coming off your shoulders. This is my presence. It is my spirit bringing balance. You don't have to carry everything yourself. You don't need to solve everything now. You just need to rest in me. I am taking care of you. I am preparing paths. I'm opening doors you didn't even know existed. Trust. Not with natural eyes, but with the eyes of faith. You will notice, over the next few days, that the environment around you will begin to respond to the peace I have placed within you. Things that used to take you off track will no longer have the same weight. Words that used to hurt you will no longer find a home. Situations that previously shook you deeply will be faced with lightness and wisdom. This is not indifference, it is healing. It's balance. It is the result of a heart that has been touched by my presence and learned to rest in me, even when everything around seems uncertain. The peace I give you is not the absence of struggles. It's a guaranteed presence in the middle of the battle. You will not be spared from all conflict, but you will be sustained by a strength that cannot be shaken. You will learn to walk on water, to keep your eyes fixed on me, even when the waves are high. And this is how you will overcome, not by running away from the storm, but by going through it with me by your side. Because I am the God who crosses with you. Who gets on the boat? That speaks to the wind. Who commands the sea? And when you least expect it, everything will go silent. You will realize that anxiety that tormented you no longer screams. That turmoil in your mind no longer dominates you. That the pressure in the chest no longer tightens. Because peace took the place of affliction. Because confidence overcame fear. Because you allowed me to do what no one else could do, restore your soul. And a restored soul carries peace wherever it is. You will be an agent of peace. Your presence will bring rest to others. You will be the answer where before there was only confusion. Remember, the storm may come, but it won't last forever. And while it lasts, you will be kept in me. I am your refuge. I am your rock. I am your security. You can rest, even when everything seems unsure. Because my presence protects you. And where I am, nothing can reach you without my permission. Rest in this truth. Let it be your shelter on windy days. I didn't lose control. I never lost. And I won't start now. You can trust. Even if there is still lightning. Even though the winds haven't completely stopped. Trust. Because you are not alone. Because you are being guided by my hand. Because I am leading everything to a place of peace and stability. This is the path I have laid out for you, a path of faith, not of fear. Certainly not from confusion. And it all starts within you. So, I started there. At the root. By the heart. By the mind. Now the rest will start responding. Like to seal this promise in your heart. May this gesture represent more than a click. May it be your yes to this peace that has already been released. Let it be your way of saying, I receive, Lord. I believe. I rest. And remain here, because I am still leading you. Take a deep breath. Calm your soul. Allow this moment to reach your heart. Victory is closer than you think. I know that sometimes everything around you seems to scream otherwise. I know that there are times when circumstances make you believe that nothing is changing, that everything remains the same, that your prayer has had no effect. But today I come to remind you, the greatest advances happen in silence. Turning moments are often preceded by apparent chaos. And that's exactly where you are. On the threshold of a great change. Your victory is not far away. She has already started to get closer. You feel it, even if you can't explain it. There is something in your spirit that recognizes something is different. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but your soul knows. The weight is decreasing. Hope is returning. Peace is settling in. That's the sign. That's the preparation. I am adjusting you on the inside to what I will release on the outside. Because before opening the door, I strengthen my feet. Before elevating someone, I firm my heart. And your heart is being established now, because the time of exaltation approaches. This is the moment the enemy fears most. Because he knows that the time of fulfillment is coming. And that's why he tried to increase the pressure, create distractions, plant doubts. But none of that will work. Because you learned to listen to me. Because you chose to remain. Because your faith, even shaken, remains alive. And a living faith is all I need to act. I am breaking the resistance that prevented your advancement. I am silencing the voices that confused you. I'm pushing away people who no longer walk with their destiny. I am guiding every step you take. Even when it seems like you are standing still, I am positioning you. Nothing in your journey has been in vain. Neither delays, nor detours, nor breaks. Everything served to align you with the perfect time. And now, that time has come. The season is changing. The atmosphere around you is changing. Your internal environment is being healed. And when the inside changes, the outside responds. You will see this with your own eyes. Situations resolving. Doors opening. What seemed closed, starting to give way. You are no longer in the same place as before. It may seem like it, but it isn't. What is to come will require a new level of faith, discernment, and surrender from you. And that's why I prepared you. That's why I allowed you to face battles you thought you couldn't handle. Because now, with everything you've learned, you're ready to carry the weight of victory. Not just to receive it, but to keep it. To be an example. To be a voice. To be a sign of what I can do in the life of someone who chooses to trust until the end. Your story is about to become a reference. Those who doubted will see. Those who mocked will be silent. Those who judged you will see you honored. But not to humiliate anyone, but so that my name may be exalted. Your life will glorify me. Your path will be used to lift up others. Your healing will be healing for many. Your overcoming will be living testimony that I still perform miracles. You will be channel. It will be an answer. It will be light. So don't stop now. Don't back down. Don't get distracted. The final stretch is always the most intense. Fatigue may come, but the reward is just ahead. Stand firm. Keep trusting. Every day, you are closer. With each prayer, you align yourself more. With each delivery, I get closer. And soon, very soon, what is a promise today will be a reality before your eyes. You will see. It will ring. You will live. And when that day comes, and it is already approaching, you will understand why everything happened. You will see that none of the suffering was in vain. That every detail had a purpose. That each tear generated deep roots. And that victory, when it finally comes, will not just be an achievement, it will be a consecration. A celebration of how faithful I am. A confirmation that I never left you. Take a deep breath. Victory is closer than you think. And when she arrives, nothing will be the same as before. Because I am preparing something that will mark your story forever. And it all starts here, now, in this sacred moment between the two of us. Allow this moment to reach your heart. The past no longer defines your future. I know what happened. I know the choices that brought you pain, the mistakes that you regret, the words that marked you, and the memories that still insist on haunting you. But today, with all the authority of heaven, I declare, it no longer belongs to you. You are not what you lived. You are not what they said. You are not what you lost. You are what I see. And what I see is someone ready to live a new time. I am now erasing every trace of condemnation. I'm cleaning up the marks that time has left. I'm breaking the chains that kept you tied to what's already happened. None of this has any power over you anymore. No guilt, no trauma, no painful memory can stop what I'm about to do. The past served as a school, not a prison. It was a tool, not a sentence. And now I am opening a new door, where the light of freedom enters and dispels all darkness. I know you've tried to start over before. I already told myself it would be different. But the weight of what you experienced still pulled you back. And that is why today I come to free you. It won't be in the strength of your arm. It will be by the action of my spirit. You will feel relief, a breath of renewal. You will notice that your heart begins to slow down, that your mind begins to calm down, that your body even breathes more easily. This is what happens when I go in with restoration. There is no more room for the voice of guilt. There is no more power in the prosecution. What was confessed was forgiven. And what has been forgiven can no longer hold you back. I throw into oblivion everything that tried to keep you stuck in the past. Today, a new cycle begins. Not just on the calendar, but within you. A cycle where you walk free. Where you walk with your head held high. Where you no longer see yourself as a victim, but as a restored son. You will realize that as you leave the past behind, the future begins to blossom before you. New opportunities. New connections. New words. New feelings. I'm renewing everything. Even the way you look at yourself will be different. You will begin to see yourself as I see you, with love, with purpose, with value. Because you have value. Because I created you with intention, with detail, with promise. And no amount of pain was enough to erase that. I'm writing a new story. Page by page, with care, with direction, with grace. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to allow it. Allow me to lead. Allow me to heal. Allow the new to enter. Because he's already at the door. And it's grand. It's light. It's full of meaning. You will look back and be grateful for having survived, for having resisted, for having trusted. And you will see that even what you thought would destroy you was used by me to prepare you. There is a new life before you. And it starts now. At this very moment when you choose to let go of the weight. In which you decide to stop blaming yourself. In which you give up shame and extend your arms to receive what comes from me. There is no condemnation for those who are in me. There is healing. There is freedom. There is grace. And this grace is reaching you now. She is covering her wounds. It's involving your soul. It is restoring who you are. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Don't keep to yourself what heaven is pouring into your life. You have been achieved by liberation, and now you become a channel to liberate others. There are people close to you who also need to let go of the past, who also need to know that there is still a chance, that there is still love. Be that voice. Be that breath of hope. Because what started in you won't stop in you. Take a deep breath. The past is behind us. And what I have ahead is bigger, lighter, more beautiful. Allow this moment to reach your heart. New paths will open before you. And not just paths visible to natural eyes, but spiritual paths that you never imagined taking. I am the one who creates passage where man sees the end. I open doors in walls that seemed insurmountable. I build roads in the middle of the desert. And that's what I'm doing now. I am paving your way. A safe path, full of purpose, led by my hand. You may not know where to go. Maybe you are in a time of decisions, afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of taking a step outside of my plan. But I tell you tenderly, you are not alone in this. I am guiding every step. Nothing escapes my gaze. When you surrender your walk to me, I take over the direction. And even when it doesn't seem clear, even when the turns are difficult, the destination will be perfect. Because I'm the one who writes the script. And I only write stories with hopeful endings. Don't be afraid of the new. The new thing is often scary, because it takes you out of control. But it is exactly outside of this place that I can act with freedom. It's not in control, it's in delivery. It's not in logic, it's in faith. And you are about to live days that will require faith. Not blind faith, but living faith. Faith that trusts even without understanding. Faith that obeys even without having all the answers. And this faith will be rewarded with revelations, with directions, with visible miracles. I'm already positioning the right people in your path. Connections that will boost you, not slow you down. Doors that will not require human effort, but divine favor. Unexpected invitations, long-awaited answers, opportunities that will seem small, but will be keys to something bigger. Stay tuned. Listen to my spirit. He will direct you with peace. Where there is true peace, I will be there. Where there is confusion, retreat. I am a God of order, and my ways bring rest. You don't need to rush. Everything will happen at the right time. I'm not late. And I don't arrive early either. I am perfect in timing and purpose. And you are entering a time of fulfillment. To see with your eyes what previously only existed in your spirit. New paths. New ideas. New sensitivity. You will feel when it is time to act. You will feel when it is time to wait. Because I myself will be speaking to you in detail. Remember, a new path requires a new heart. That's why I healed you. So I cleaned up the remains of the past. Now you can walk without fear, without weight, with freedom. Nothing in front of you requires you to carry old baggage. I'm giving you lightness for this new journey. And the more you trust, the lighter it will be. Not because there won't be challenges, but because you will be resting in me. You will reach places you never imagined. Not for status, not for vanity, but for mission. I will take you where others cannot go, because there is something in you that will carry my glory. Your presence will be the answer. Your peace will be a sign. Your life will be a lighthouse. And wherever I place you, there will be transformation. New paths are not only blessings for you, they are also channels of blessing for others. Sign up to walk with me every day. This decision is not about a platform, it is about a spiritual commitment. About declaring that you want to remain listening to my voice, following my steps, walking in the direction of what is eternal. Make it an act of faith. Say with this gesture, Lord, I no longer want to walk alone. I choose to follow you. And get ready, because the new one has already begun. Every morning, with every step, you will see the marks of my care. New paths. New seasons. And a certainty in the heart, I am with you. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. God is renewing your dreams and your vision. There are old desires inside you that seem dormant. Plans that you shelved because of fear, disappointment, tiredness. Promises that you thought were lost in time, forgotten by circumstances, erased by pain. But I tell you now, no promise that I planted in your heart has been cancelled. They were just waiting for the right time to bloom. And that time has come. I am touching the deepest areas of your soul. The ones you didn't even remember anymore. I am awakening dreams that were buried by routine, by rush, by trauma. Dreams that you lived in prayer, but that you stopped believing in because time passed. Dreams that you thought were too big, too distant, too bold. But I created you for great things. And now I'm calling you back to dream with me. I want to show you that it's not too late. That you didn't waste time. That what seemed like delay was, in fact, preparation. I was building foundation, strengthening roots, aligning your vision with my will. And now that you are more sensitive to my voice, more healed inside, more dependent on me, I can give you what I have waited so long to see in your hands. You will dream again. You will imagine again. Go back to planning. And all this with lightness, with joy, with renewed hope. Look ahead. See what I'm putting before you. It's not an illusion. It's not fantasy. It's a promise. It's destiny. It's life. I'm not done with you. There is still so much to be experienced. There are still so many people who will be touched through your journey. There is still so much history to be written. You are not at the end. It's a fresh start. And this fresh start is marked by a clear vision, by firm dreams, by goals that have their roots in heaven. You will be amazed at the creativity I will unleash upon you. With the ideas that will arise in simple moments. With the projects that will take shape in your thoughts, as if they were always there. I have placed gifts within you that have not yet been fully activated. But now I'm unlocking areas that were blocked. Your mind will be fertile. Your days will be productive. Your feet will walk with direction. And what seemed stagnant will begin to flow naturally. Don't look back on the years that have passed with regret. Look with gratitude. They were not wasted. They were preparation. What you will experience now will be so intense, so abundant, so glorious, that it will make up for every tear, every weight, every no you faced. The dreams that were on the ground will be lifted up. Those who were weakened will be strengthened. And those that seemed forgotten will return with even more beauty. Let me renew your vision. Take off the glasses of fear, guilt, comparison. See how I see it. See possibilities, opportunities, open paths, unexpected resources. See unlocked doors, accessible hearts, divine connections. I am teaching you to look like a son, not like a beggar. Dreaming like someone who knows you have a father who can do everything, and who wants the best for you. Your dreams are not too big for me. On the contrary, some are still small compared to what I have prepared. Allow yourself to dream like a child. No fear. No limits. With freedom. With confidence. Let your heart imagine with faith, without the weight of doubt. I am not a God who frustrates. I am a Father who surprises. And I will surprise you. You will see there is more. There was always more. And now the time to live has come. Take a deep breath. Renew your vision. Dream again. Because heaven is open above you, and everything I have said, I will fulfill. Allow this moment to reach your heart. Something is changing right now. It's not something you need to see with your natural eyes, but with your heart. There is something happening now as you listen. Something spiritual, deep, silent and powerful. It's like a light wind that enters without making a fuss, but transforms everything wherever it passes. I'm touching areas that seemed forgotten. I am releasing a new movement within you. A miracle has been activated. And he has already started. You don't need to understand. You just need to realize. Feel the lightness coming. Feel your soul reacting to this word. This feeling that you cannot explain is my spirit confirming that I am here. What I'm doing. That I'm already in action. It's not tomorrow. It's not next month. And now. Something moves inside you. And as this happens inside, everything around you begins to respond. What was locked begins to unlock. What was stuck starts to come loose. What seemed impossible begins to align. There is a right time for every miracle. And yours has arrived. The season has changed. The sky opened. The spiritual environment has been prepared. And at this moment, the invisible begins to manifest itself in the natural. You don't need to chase it. What is yours will come to you. Because I am the God who attracts with favor, who moves with purpose, who delivers with grace. And now, everything starts to flow. You will feel more clarity, more peace, more direction. Even without changing anything around you, something inside you has already been transformed. This is the start of something big. The beginning of a new reality. You didn't realize it, but your atmosphere changed. The environment that surrounded you was invaded by my presence. The heavens have aligned themselves with the earth to favor you. And even if you don't have all the answers yet, I am already in control of all the questions. Nothing went unnoticed. Nothing will be wasted. I'm putting everything in order, one piece at a time, one detail at a time. But it all starts with this now. This moment of faith, of surrender, of spiritual opening. You will remember this moment. You will remember how you were feeling. How it seemed like nothing was happening. And then, you will realize that it was exactly here, in this silent moment between you and me, that everything began to change. That something was released. That the sky moved. That your spirit awakened. That the promises began to take shape. And from here on, everything will be different. You will start to notice signs. Words that will confirm what is being said here. People who will appear on your path to cooperate with the plan. Opportunities you never even imagined. Dreams that will come back with force. A renewed courage to continue. A deeper love for me. Because where there is a miracle, there is also transformation. I do not deliver superficial blessings. I generate whole new beginnings. I renew everything. Even if the scenery still looks the same, what's inside you no longer is. You are being renewed. It's getting strength. You are being visited by the presence that changes everything. This presence that calms storms, that heals wounds, that restores what was broken. You are experiencing the beginning of a miracle. And there is no going back. Because when I decide to start, no one can interrupt. Don't get distracted. Don't doubt it. Don't think it's an exaggeration. You know it's real. You feel. Your spirit has already noticed that something has changed. It may be subtle now, but it will be evident very soon. The fruits will come. The testimony will be born. And you will know, it all started that day. In that video. That moment when you decided to listen until the end. And that's where I came in. Comment, I receive my miracle. Write this as a believer. As someone who already knows that something has been activated. Like someone who is no longer waiting, but is already living. This comment is more than words. It's a seal. A key. A visible amen. A way of saying, Lord, I believe. Lord, I receive. Lord, I am ready. And continue. Don't stop now. I still have more to show you. More to release. More to fulfill. This is just the beginning. Take a deep breath. Something is changing right now. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You will be a living testimony. Your life will bear visible marks of what only I could have done. It is not just about receiving a blessing, but about becoming someone who carries in every detail the evidence that they have been transformed by my presence. People will look at you and notice that something has changed. And they won't be able to deny it. Because your peace will be undeniable. Its lightness will be noticeable. Your strength will be different. Your joy will have deep roots. You will be remembered not for the struggles you faced, but for the overcoming you achieved. For the way he remained firm, even when everything around him was falling apart. For the faith you chose to carry even with tears in your eyes. For the hope that was rekindled even when everything seemed dark. And that is testimony. Testimony is not born of comfort. It is born from pain crossed with faith. From the desert faced with courage. Waiting lived with obedience. I formed you in secret. While no one saw, I was there. Shaping you, teaching you, preparing you. There was a right time for everything, and now that time has come. Now it's time to show the world who you've become while everyone thought nothing was happening. The growth that no one saw will now be revealed. The fruits that were watered with tears will now be harvested with gratitude. And all this will not be for your glory, but for mine. I will use your story to reach other stories. His process was not in vain. What you experienced will become a bridge to healing for many. The wounds that are being healed by me today will become a source of comfort for those who are still hurt. Don't be ashamed of what you experienced. Don't hide what you've overcome. Because it is precisely there that my power is most manifested, in your restored vulnerability, in your fragility transformed into strength. Your life will be a reference. Not for perfection, but for transformation. Because I am the God of new beginnings, and you will be living proof of that. There will be a different glow in you. And it won't be appearance, it will be essence. It will be presence. My presence. Wherever you pass, the environment will change. Wherever you tap, something will activate. Because whoever carries glory, carries change. And you were chosen for this. Not to hide, but to manifest. I know that often you don't feel ready. Who still fights against internal voices that say that you don't deserve it, that you fail too much, that you are not enough. But these voices do not come from me. I know you like no one else. And yet, I chose you. Still, I decided to lift you up. Because my calling is not based on perfection, but on availability. And you are here, available. And that's enough. Because where there is delivery, I pour grace. You will be remembered as someone who didn't give up. Like someone who, even though he was bleeding, continued. Like someone who, despite being tired, continued. And this perseverance is pure gold before me. It is a sign of maturity. It is the seal of someone who has been tested and approved. And now, I send you. I send you to be light. To be healing. To be an answer. And wherever there is pain, you will be a channel of relief. Where there is confusion, your presence will bring direction. Where there is darkness, you will shine with the light that comes from me. Like it as an act of gratitude and confirmation. It's not just a click. It is a spiritual gesture. A way to seal what is being released upon you. To say, Lord, I receive. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I recognize that you are lifting me up. And this recognition attracts even more favor. Because a grateful heart attracts the sky. A heart that confirms, reaps. A heart that responds, bears fruit. You are being lifted to your feet. Not just as someone who won, but as someone who carries a mission. An anointing. A beautiful responsibility, revealing who I am through your journey. The world needs to see what I'm doing to you. Because what began as a personal miracle will become a public sign of my glory. Take a deep breath. You are a living testimony. And the best part is yet to come. Allow this moment to reach your heart. Take a deep breath, the miracle has already begun. You don't need to run anymore. You no longer need to debate internally looking for immediate answers. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, nor justify yourself to eyes that don't see the invisible. Because I have already started the work. Because without even realizing it, you are already in a new place. The spiritual environment around him was transformed. Your mind is clearer, your heart lighter, your faith more alive. This is a sign that the miracle has begun. You don't need to see everything now. The miracle does not always present itself in the form of a spectacle. Sometimes it begins as a peace that didn't exist before. A courage you thought you had lost. A desire to continue even without having all the guarantees. I operate in the simple, in the intimate, in the secret. And that's where the transformation gains strength. I rebuilt you inside so that now, on the outside, everything starts to change too. Maybe you still look at some areas of your life and feel like nothing happened. But look with the eyes of the Spirit. Notice how you are no longer the same. How your way of thinking is no longer what it used to be. As his sensitivity increased, his disposition was renewed, his soul became still. This is a miracle. This is divine touch. This is heaven answering your prayers. And if you've gotten this far, it's because you resisted the process. It's because you're ready to live the new thing that has already begun. I have led you to this moment to remind you that you are not forgotten. That your faith was not ignored. That your tears were not ignored. And that everything you have given into my arms is now in motion. The seeds you planted in prayer are already breaking through the earth. And very soon, you will see fruit. Fruits of peace, restitution, honor, new beginnings. Because I am the God who fulfills. The God who makes flowers bloom where before there was only dry land. Take a deep breath once more. Feel how different it is now. The air feels lighter, not because the world has changed, but because you have been visited by my presence. And where I am, everything changes. I bring light, I bring order, I bring purpose. It's not just a passing feeling, it's a change of cycle. From now on, you will see things falling into place. You will receive confirmations. The direction will come clearly. And the battles that seem to consume you will lose their strength. You have been spiritually repositioned. There is a new seal upon you. A new time has opened. And I invite you to walk with confidence. No longer in fear, but in expectation. No longer with doubts, but with faith. At every step, I will be by your side. With each decision, I will be guiding you. With every prayer, I will be answering. You no longer walk alone. And even when you feel weak, remember, I have already started the miracle. What has started now will not be stopped. Because it does not depend on your effort, but on my faithfulness. What I begin, I complete. What I activate, I sustain. You can rest in this truth. You can continue without fear. Because heaven supports you. Because grace covers you. Because the promise lives on. And you're right on time. In the right place. Being led by the right hands. Mine. And as you continue, even without realizing it, you will be an answer to others. Your transformation will touch people. Your new peace will be light for those who are still in chaos. You will become a beacon, a reference, an inspiration. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Because it carries the truth of what I can do with those who give themselves completely. Your life will be a sign. Your journey will be testing. Your presence will be healing. So now, simply take a deep breath. Let everything that has been released continue to generate life within you. Allow this seed to grow. Let this word be established. May faith grow stronger. Because this is not the end. This is the beginning. And what comes from here will be bigger than you imagined. You are experiencing the beginning of a miracle. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. I'm present. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. By selecting this video, you made the wisest decision. When you take a leap of faith, which you have just done, the sky shifts. This is not an accident. I had this term ready just for you. I decided to talk to you directly at this time, even if everything else is trying to distract you. I'm present. And I want you to know that your home is going to experience a huge miracle. Something in the unseen has already begun to move, even if you can't see it yet. I listen to your prayers, and I am aware of every tear you secretly shed, those that no one saw but that warmed my heart. In my view, nothing was missed. And I'm here now to inform you that the moment for a response has arrived. Where there seemed to be no more direction, I am creating new avenues. In places where there was only suffering, I am providing life. I picked this video channel to reassure you that you are not alone and to speak to your spirit. I am aware of your struggles. I am aware that sometimes you attempt to fall asleep, but your heart refuses to stop racing. I observe your inner conflicts, uncertainties, and ideas that attempt to persuade you that nothing will change. However, I'm saying today that it will change. Because I am coming with Providence, your Father. Now I'm in that setting. Feel my presence all around you. I'm right there where you are. Your current location has been turned into a hallowed space as a result of my speech resonating within of you. Although you may believe that you happened across this video by accident, I actually sent you here. Every detail has a reason, and that purpose is finally becoming clear. I want to mend all that was damaged and reignite the fire that nearly extinguished inside your chest. Not a single one of the living promises about your life has been forgotten. I didn't cut off contact with you for a moment. I was at your side, protecting you and waiting for the proper moment to declare, the time has come, even when you felt the most alone. Pay close attention. You are only a few seconds away from seeing the start of a life-changing event that will last a lifetime. Faith alone is sufficient to explain miracles. And I am now reawakening this trust inside you. A faith capable of removing mountains, calming storms, and opening doorways where walls once stood. It's time to have faith once more. It's time to dream once more and let my hand make the impossibly possible. Because when a heart offers itself truly, there are no boundaries to what I may do. I am removing invisible bonds, mending old wounds, and revealing the answers you have been seeking as you hear these words. Don't be scared. You were my choice. Furthermore, nothing can prevent me from keeping my vows once I make a choice. The waiting period is almost over. In front of your eyes, a new cycle has begun. You'll observe how things start to line up day by day. The appropriate individuals will show up. The doors to the right will open. And what seems far distant will come to pass. I came here to let you know that your tale is not yet done and that there is hope. On the contrary, a new chapter is starting to be written. A chapter of recovery, reconciliation, and fresh starts. I am in charge of every aspect, so believe this with all your heart. And know that my spirit is testifying inside you if you see a change in your feelings. Don't disregard this emotion. I'm present. I'm speaking to you. Remark, I have faith in my miracle. This is a prophetic declaration, not merely a remark. Write with confidence, as though you are aware of heaven's intervention. And remain here with me because you won't believe what I'm about to tell you. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. The fact that you're still here says a lot. You know deep down that these are uncommon words. There is a part of you that understands the truth in every statement. This is the supernatural's touch. Heaven is leaning in to speak with you. I am your God, the Lord, and I declare today that a miracle is imminent. It is not a little one. It isn't symbolic. It will occur right in front of your eyes, and it is genuine and apparent. Nothing can prevent the emergence of this miracle that has been launched into your life. You have been fighting emotions that no one is aware of while sobbing in private. On certain days, you may appear to be smiling, but on the inside, you feel as though something is breaking. I am aware of this fatigue. I am aware of the gap that cannot be filled by human words. However, I am here today to remind you that I am the limitless supply of all that you require. Furthermore, no power opposes my decision to take action. You will not be prepared for what is about to happen. I'll fix what went wrong. I'll increase what appeared to be gone. I will provide life where you saw only death. Hear me out, I have witnessed your worst moments. Those times when you considered quitting everything and giving up. When you felt your prayers weren't being answered, I noticed that you thought I had stopped talking. But I was still working there, in the quiet. I was getting everything ready and forming your story's backstory. It's time to see what I've got ready for you. This miracle will serve as a testament as well as a solution. People in your immediate vicinity will witness what I do in your life and realize that I impacted you. Your home will undergo a transformation. We'll unlock what appeared to be trapped. There will be peace where there was conflict. Provision will exist where there was shortage. Reconciliation will occur where there was division. I'm bringing the paranormal into your house. Angels have previously been dispatched on missions to provide reaction, healing, and order. Your faith is where it all begins. You don't have to know how. All you have to do is believe. Have faith. I don't act based on the situation. I change things. Right now, individuals are being lifted up to assist you. After years of closure, doors will start to open. Documents that have been forgotten will be restored. There will be unforeseen phone calls. Relationships will become better. You will be presented with opportunities that previously seemed unachievable. A new chapter in your story is being written by me. I am a surprising father, so you will experience things you never even dared to ask for. Despite your flaws, your loyalty warmed my heart. And now you will reap because you remained. I am aware that you harbor misgivings. You're scared to believe again since you've been let down so many times. But I'm asking you to try again today. Go ahead and take another step. I pray that you will be receptive to what I have prepared. You're not by yourself anymore. In fact, you never have been. Even when everything seemed to be falling apart, you were kept going by my presence. I want to encourage you now. I want to prove to you that I am still capable of doing the impossible and that miracles still happen. And keep in mind to be thankful when that miracle occurs, because it will. Recall that I was the one who chose to take action right now, who listened to you, and who loved you at your worst moments. Recall that hearing this word was the first step in the entire process. Nothing happens by accident. God has a purpose for your life right now. And the reason you have made it this far is because heaven has selected you to live this life. Someone needs to hear this message right now, so share it with them. Someone close to you needs to know that they are not forgotten and that God is about to use His might, just as you are being touched. Be a light-bearing tool. A part of this miracle is you. This is only the beginning of what begins today. I've only just begun. Proceed. Keep an eye out. You're about to experience something amazing. What seems far away is suddenly drawing near. What once seemed unattainable is now a reality. What appeared to be gone is suddenly back. I am the all-powerful God. And this is the moment in your life when the remarkable will happen. Breathe deeply. Already, the miracle is approaching. You heard my call, which is why you are here. This is not a chance moment for you. Even when the world attempts to divert your attention, there is something in your soul that knows my voice. And I need you to stay with me now. Stay put. Don't leave. Because what I'm going to tell you below has the power to forever change your life. Only if you stay to the very end will the benefits that are waiting for you be unleashed. Faith always draws the supernatural, and listening until the very end is an act of faith. Something holy is taking place right now. Something inside of you starts to awaken as you listen. The latent faith starts to resurrect. That nearly extinguished flame is back to its former glory. And you're not the source of that. It originates with me. My spirit is restoring hope and erasing the gloom caused by the frustrations of the past. I am aware of your heart. You've tried before, I know. Who was disappointed after having faith? It's different now, though. Because I am now speaking to you directly, plainly, and intimately. Don't let the opponent take advantage of you. Every time you choose to get near to me, unseen fights are taking place. And distraction is one of the most common tools used against you. A notion, a worry, a notice, everything that attempts to remove you from the situation. However, I speak with authority when I say, don't get sidetracked. Remain resilient. Remain here. You are the recipient of some very important revelations that are now being made public. Only for you. Perhaps you are experiencing an inexplicable emotion. A knot in the throat, a burning in the chest, and tears in the eyes for no apparent reason. This indicates that you are being influenced by my spirit. The fact that this word came from my heart to yours is spiritual proof. Emotionalism is not what this is. Presence is this. It's a lovely touch. It's healing that begins to take place without your physical presence. What profoundly wounded you is being healed by me. The dirt they attempted to hurl at you is being cleaned up by me. I'm taking away burdens that weren't yours. Are you feeling? This isn't fantasy. It's true. I am. I also want you to know that I never left. I was close, even on the days you felt alone. I was taking care of every little thing, even when you didn't feel me. And now that you've let my voice into your heart, everything starts to come together. Your feelings start to calm down. Your mind starts to settle. Even your body feels relieved. Because freedom exists where I am. And when there is freedom, there is transformation, healing, and clarity. Don't shut the door just yet. Avoid disconnecting. You're going through a spiritual transition right now. Furthermore, this movement is personal rather than group-based. Only you and I are together. A holy dialogue, a timeless meeting. I felt you needed to hear this today, so I decided to send you this video. I was aware that you were overburdened. I realized I wanted clarification. And here I am, conversing with you. It hurts to touch places you didn't even know existed. Restoring dreams, rekindling goals, and healing memories. Remain with me. Not out of duty. However, your spirit is aware that it needed. A new time is currently being created. This will be your life going forward, much like the sunrise that emerges after a long night. But only those who stay awake will see the sunrise. Anyone who departs early will miss the impending miracle. Stay, I beg you. Take every word. Let this reality seep into your heart from your thoughts. Don't suppress your feelings. Allow it to happen. If you wish, cry. If you must, keep quiet. Simply be present. Since I'm with you here. To hear my voice again, like and subscribe. This gesture is more than just digital. Your decision to stay in me is a spiritual seal. That you wish to keep hearing what is coming from above. Saying, Lord, I receive. I accept. I remain, is what you are doing when you do this, and it is this permanence that will elevate you to a higher level. Keep an eye out. I have much to share with you. Breathe deeply once again. This is only the start of something truly remarkable. I observed. I witnessed everything. Every silent act of trust. In the darkness of your chamber, every tear fell. I witnessed your decision to love without expecting love in return. I witnessed your decision to keep going despite your lack of strength. When he showed forgiveness without acknowledgement. Because there was no cheering when he served. When you offered assistance without expecting payment. I didn't see anything. I was recording every detail as the world ignored your suffering. I'm here now to inform you that nothing was in vain. Nothing will be overlooked. Your earnest efforts will all be rewarded. For this moment, you were selected. If time has gone by and you haven't kept up, it might feel like your life has halted. Actually, though, I was getting everything ready. In reality, the years you believed you had missed were crucial ones. Something deep within you was being built by me. Personality. Faith. Tenacity. The moment has arrived for you to comprehend the reason behind the high number of battles. What's causing the silences? Why that knows it was everything leading up to this time. Now is the moment when your tale starts to unfold before your very eyes. You weren't overlooked. He did not remain. It was not overlooked. The delay was a preparatory measure rather than a punishment. I needed you to grow up and learn to pay attention to me even when I was silent. You also gained knowledge. You stayed even though you were sobbing. You didn't leave me, despite my doubts. You persisted in spite of your fear. Harvest season is rapidly approaching. The pivotal moment is drawing near. And what I secretly promised in your soul would be visible to you. Do you recall that odd sensation that something more significant was ahead of you? That feeling that your life has a unique purpose in spite of everything? It was genuine, after all. My voice was heard. And I can certify to you now that you were really separated. You do have a purpose, yes. Yes, you are in for a wonderful experience. It's not on merit, though. It has nothing to do with performance. It's for affection. I have chosen to support you during this difficult moment as a token of my concern and loyalty, since I know you very well. When this new cycle starts, you have no clue how it will affect your life. I see seedlings, even when you believe you have little effect. You spoke things that moved people's hearts in little ways. Gestures that still reverberate in other people's life but that you no longer even recall. Even if you weren't aware of it, your activities have produced some benefits. Now, I'm here to tell you that the once dry land will once again flourish. They will water the abandoned garden. And in joy, the seeds you sown in suffering will grow. I am aware of the fatigue. That combat scars are present. I am aware that you have unresolved issues and aching wounds inside of you. However, I can assure you that everything will be resolved. It's because I'm excellent, not because you deserve it. Additionally, I made a self-promise to uplift you. You belong to a greater whole. It's destiny, not simply a blessing, that lies ahead. The accomplishment of a prenatal promise is what it is. Furthermore, no tears will be shed in vain. There won't have been any pointless effort. I witnessed your silent act of forgiveness. When he was humiliated. When he decided not to defend himself after being mistreated. I observed. Each of these mindsets is something I talked about in my book. I'll honor you now. I'll raise your head. Where there was conflict, I will offer you peace. Where there was just tiredness, I shall place rest. Because I own you. Since I choose you. Because you stayed even when you didn't understand. And this is far more valuable than I am. The moment for repair is now. It's time for promises to be made and turned into reality. The moment to experience life beyond your wildest dreams. Remain resilient. I have more to share with you yet. Nothing at all, can alter the fact that you were selected for this moment. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. I'll remember what I said. Not for a moment. My statements are not in vain. To discover their fate, they traverse time and quiet, break down boundaries, and travel unseen routes. And they're coming to you today. My kid, I never change. I'm not like males who make promises and then break them. I'm dependable. I would fulfill it if I talked. What I mentioned about you is still true, despite the fact that it may appear time-consuming and that opposing forces may attempt to persuade you differently. Have you not previously questioned it? Have you ever considered the possibility that you misinterpreted me or that you were speaking to someone else? Have you ever considered that promise to be the result of your own fantasy, your will to succeed, or your yearning for happiness? I'm here today to remind you, nevertheless, that it was me. I was the one who told you in a whisper that something bigger was in store for you. I was the one who gave you this dream. I'm currently watering the plants I planted. The manifestation period is approaching. What only your spirit believed, you will see with your own eyes. Even when you can't see it, I'm working. I'm moving pieces when it looks like nothing is moving. I'm organizing details just when you believe nothing is going on. I see farther. I am aware of the precise moment. And I beg you to trust, regardless of how loudly your anxiousness cries. The promise is not nullified by waiting. What I stated is not diminished by time. Instead, it becomes stronger. Because I make it whole, flawless, and immortal when I act. And I'm getting ready for it, something that endures, that produces fruit, and that honors my name throughout your life. Why it took so long will become clear to you. You'll realize that it would have been lost if it had occurred earlier. To become who you are now, you had to endure what you did. You've survived the process, as evidenced by your scars. You are now prepared to fulfill the pledge. Preparation is more important than merit. I want you to be able to sustain what I offer you, not simply get something. For this reason, I reshaped your heart, restored your eyesight, and reformed your thinking. The level of resistance you encountered was commensurate with the imminence of the future. Opportunities vanished, doors closed, people moved away. However, all of it was a part of it. It was me who cleared the way and shielded you from harmful relationships, risky detours, and lethal diversions. Not only do I want to get you where you're going, but I want you to get there whole, peaceful, mature, and with a purpose. Because of this, you may trust even if you don't fully comprehend everything at this time. Since I'm skilled at what I do, the best part is that the future will be twice as great. I'll restore what you've lost. I'll multiply the time that was taken. Honor will take the place of shame. For excess, scarcity. The tears, for happiness. My faithfulness in their lives will be evident to those who question. You'll respond that it could only be God. Something so complete, so lovely, and so just can only be made by Him. Because I am the one who brings you back. I am the one who gives you a lift. You are fulfilled by me. So raise your head. Have faith. And don't give up if your feet are still sore. Since I am now reviving your vigor. Feel. Take a deep breath. You are strengthening something within yourself. It's not a psychological issue. It has a spiritual component. It is the manifestation of my strength. The knowledge that you are not alone will accompany the new power that is flooding you. I agree with you. And I will fulfill what I promised. Comment: the number 7777 is a symbol of faith. The promise's seal, the completion of the task, and the ideal moment in heaven are all symbolized by this prophecy number. Write with assurance. It's more than just a remark, it's a spiritual declaration that supports what I'm doing. And remain with me. There's more. What you ask for is not what is about to happen. Prepare yourself. I am the vastly more powerful God. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. The change has already started, even if you haven't noticed it yet. It happened inside you, around you, in your house, in the little things that looked too insignificant to draw notice, but it didn't have any fanfare or obvious pronouncements. I'm working carefully and softly. Every thought that was in line with your faith, every choice you took to persevere, every instance in which you decided to seek me out even when you were exhausted. Heaven acted in your favor because of all of this. I can act without making noise. I make it invisible at first, and then I make it visible in the natural. I began inside of you. I fix what's within before I change what's outward. I am revitalizing your mind, and I have taken away the burden of guilt and the voices that blamed you. I am undergoing a profound, genuine, and everlasting metamorphosis. It's genuine healing, not spiritual makeup. I am teaching you to think with a pure heart, to feel with hope once more, and to see with my eyes. It's already affecting what you thought would never change. It's uprooting that old anguish that seemed to be a part of who you were. And I am sowing peace in place of suffering. You have changed since yesterday. Even tomorrow won't be the same. A fresh measure of splendor is bestowed upon you every day. You are no longer paralyzed by what used to break you. Your faith is now strengthened by what formerly demoralized you. This is development. This is a sign of spiritual growth. This is change. I'm training you to hold fast even in the absence of obvious evidence. Your perseverance, fortitude, and unshakable faith are being shaped by me. The goal of all of this is to develop you into a person who can fulfill the promises I made. Heaven is acting when you believe you are only hearing a message. They're sending angels. Your surroundings are being cleansed. You are being shattered by words made against you. Spiritual bonds are breaking. Chains that are invisible are breaking. I'm covering your head with fresh oil. Changing who you are. You're not a survivor anymore. You have been selected. Someone who, due of a larger design, has been safeguarded, preserved, and set apart. I witnessed your effort to maintain your faith. I witnessed the times when it all looked pointless, yet you choose to have faith. I see value in this. Even though it was brittle, your loyalty warmed my heart. I'm here to respect you now. Not only with words, but also with tangible deeds. In places that appeared to be lifeless, you will notice changes. There will be a noticeable change in you. You will be able to see your tranquility. People will notice your strength. Furthermore, it will be witness rather than pride. The evidence of my accomplishments, my startings, and my ongoing work. Your spirit is experiencing a new lightness. A sense of relief that had been absent for years. And it's not because the issues are no longer there, rather, it's because I'm inside of you, supporting you through everything. Power is being bestowed upon you from above. You will become unbreakable as a result. Although it doesn't guarantee that you won't struggle, it does guarantee that you won't ever have to confront anything alone again. I agree with you. I am in front, behind, and to the side. I keep you safe. So you may get some rest. Let this change go on. Give up and don't strive to control. Certain things are only possible when you relinquish control. Your surrendered heart is what I need, not your strength. I organize everything when you give it to me. I proceed when you trust me. I talk when you stop talking to listen. And as I speak now, your life is being revitalized. The finest part is still to come. Feel it. Your immediate surroundings start to shift. You start to breathe more easily. Your thoughts become sluggish. Your heart becomes calmer. The result of my presence is this. It's an indication that I'm present. Nothing needs to be forced. Simply accept. I'll finish the metamorphosis I started. Nothing will be the same as it was. I'll start from scratch. And you'll have days you never thought possible. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. You'll conquer the seemingly insurmountable. I am aware that sometimes things feel too enormous, too weighty, or too challenging. I am aware that there are circumstances that give you the impression that you will never be able to leave the area, that nothing will change, and that you will constantly be caught in a vicious circle of suffering, loss, and anxiety. However, I am here today to remind you that I am the God who can accomplish everything. The God with no boundaries is me. What is the end for men is the beginning for me. I open what appears closed with a single word. With a touch of my presence, I shatter what paralyzes you. You'll prevail. You will endure this suffering, this stage, and you will get over this sense of defeat that keeps trying to get hold of you. Since I'm with you. Since I'm standing up for you. I still stand with you even when everything seems to be against it. My love has greater strength than any opposing force. My pledge is bigger than any punishment. And I swear that you will succeed in life, not fail. Growth, not stagnation, is the goal. Instead of scarcity, it is one of plenitude. You could even be worn out. You could be unsure. It could have flaws. However, this doesn't alter my previous conclusions. Because my constancy, not your perfection, determines your success. I am also dependable. I'm still here for you. I stay even when you consider giving up everything. On your terrible days, I'm here for you. In the storms, I keep you hidden. On the day of war, I fortify you. You will win because of this. Since I'm with you. Because there is yet more to your tale. Because bravery, a tremendous quality, is being born within. You don't realize how strong you are getting. Your roots have grown stronger with every tear. Your endurance has increased with each test. Every no has brought you one step closer to the conclusive yes. I don't squander suffering. Everything you have gone through will form the foundation for what is ahead. And the future is fantastic. It is a mark of honor. Restitution is what it is. Where there was pain, there is now joy. Where there was confusion, there is now clarity. The veil is being removed from your sight by me. Your view is being opened by me. And I'm telling you to go ahead. Even frightened. Despite reservations. Go ahead. You're not where you were before. Even if it could appear the same, you've changed a lot. You're better equipped. More perceptive of my voice. More faith. He is now prepared to take more significant actions. You will pass through areas that didn't appear reachable before. You will overcome areas that you were previously afraid of. Because you are aware of who you are today. You realize now that you are not walking alone. You now genuinely think that winning is a given rather than a possibility. I can see within. And I see a fighter stepping forth. Someone who has endured a great deal of hardship without losing their soul. Someone who experienced heartbreak yet maintained empathy. Someone who made the decision to forgive after being rejected. Someone who chose to go despite their fear. And I'm happy with that. For it is in weakness that I develop my might. I penetrate with superhuman strength when you approach the limit. You don't have to be in charge of everything. All you have to do is believe. The strength you are going to uncover within yourself will astound you. You'll be able to observe how it developed, resisted, and thrived in the midst of the desert. Nothing will stop you, you'll realize. Yes, they made an effort. Yes, that was challenging. However, they were unable to halt what I had started. Because it is I who decides when the adventure ends. And I add, a lot more lies ahead. Promises are still alive. We still have marvels in store. There is yet hope for the future. To express your beliefs, like and subscribe. This small action is a prophetic act that goes beyond basic involvement. The spiritual atmosphere surrounding you is being activated by your words, I believe. I receive. I proceed. You concur with what I've published. Additionally, manifestation occurs when there is agreement. Go on over here. I have more to share about you yet. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. The storm will blow over. I am aware of how strong the winds have been. I saw everything around him appear to fall apart. I am aware that the overcast days appear to go on forever and that the darkness is attempting to smother the brightness that is still within of you. However, I arrive with peace today. A tranquility incomprehensible to the outside world. A peace that is independent of events, positive news, and quick fixes. Even the most raging sea inside of you may be calmed by the serenity that I offer you, which comes from above. It has been a battleground for your psyche. Doubts, pressures, and confused notions, all attempting to instill terror in you. Now, nevertheless, I say, remain still. Take a breath. Take a look at me. It's me who uses a single phrase to quiet the storm. I am the one who steps into the tumult and declares, let there be peace. And I'm doing it for you today. I'm taking over this seemingly chaotic interior environment and organizing everything. You will not be consumed by the storm. She is powerless to ruin you. It'll be over. And you'll still be upright when it passes. A different moment is coming. A moment when the light returns and the thunder ceases. Clouds may still be present, but they are already dispersing. It will cease raining. And you will understand that I was present even during the storm. I never abandoned you. Not for a moment. I was holding your hand even when you couldn't feel me. I carried you even when you couldn't see me. And now you will be able to hear my speech more clearly as the cacophony starts to fade. Peace is like a robe that I put on you today. It comes down on your body, mind, and emotions. You'll be relieved. It will feel like a weight is being lifted off your shoulders. I am present here. Balance is being brought about by my spirit. Everything doesn't have to be carried by you. You don't have to figure everything out right now. All you have to do is relax in me. I'm looking after you. I'm getting the routes ready. You had no idea that I was opening doors for you. Have faith. With the eyes of faith, not with the sight of nature. Over the course of the following several days, you'll observe that the world around you starts to react to the calm I've given you. You won't be as distracted by things that used to bother you. Words that formerly caused you pain will no longer be accepted. You will encounter situations that formerly deeply rocked you with knowledge and lightness. This is healing, not apathy. It's equilibrium. It is the outcome of a heart that has experienced my presence and learned to find solace in me despite the uncertainty that surrounds it. The lack of difficulties is not the tranquility I provide you. It will undoubtedly be there during the conflict. Although you won't be immune to every battle, you will be supported by an unshakable strength. Even in the face of strong waves, you will learn to walk on water and maintain your focus on me. And this is how you will triumph, by facing the storm with me at your side, rather than by fleeing from it. For I am the God who crosses your path. Who boards the vessel? That talks to the breeze. Who is in charge of the sea? And all will be quiet when you least expect it. You'll notice that the worry that was bothering you is no longer screaming. You are no longer controlled by the mental chaos. That there is no longer any tightness in the chest. Because anguish was replaced with peace. Because fear was overcome by confidence. Because you gave me permission to heal your soul, something no one else could accomplish. And wherever serenity is found, it is carried by a regenerated soul. You will be a peacemaker. Others will find peace in your company. Where there was only confusion before, you will be the solution. Remind yourself that while the storm may arrive, it will pass. And I'll keep you in me while it lasts. I am your haven. Your rock is me. Your security is me. Even when everything appears uncertain, you can still take a break. Because you are protected by my presence. Nothing can get to you from where I am without my consent. Take solace in this fact. On windy days, let it serve as a shelter for you. I remained in charge. I never lost. I also won't begin right now. You are trustworthy. Even if lightning is still present. Despite the fact that the winds are still present. Have faith. Therefore you are not alone. This is because my hand is guiding you. Because I am guiding everything towards stability and peace. I have outlined for you a road that is based on trust rather than fear. Not from confusion, of course. And you are where it all begins. That's where I started. At the base. By the heart. By the intellect. The others will now begin to react. Like to firmly ingrain this pledge in your heart. May your action be more than just a click. May it be your yes to this already released peace. I am still directing you, so let it be your way of saying, I receive, Lord. I believe. I rest. And stay put. Breathe deeply. Relax your spirit. Let your heart be touched by this moment. You are closer to victory than you realize. I am aware that everything around you may appear to be screaming for something else at times. I am aware that there are moments when events lead you to feel as though nothing is changing, that nothing has changed, and that your prayer has not been heard. However, I'm here today to tell you that the most significant advancements take place in quiet. Apparent disarray frequently precedes pivotal times. And you are precisely there. On the cusp of a significant transformation. It won't be long before you win. She's already begun to approach. You can't define it, but you feel it. There is a part of you that knows that something has changed. Your spirit is aware of it even if your physical eyes aren't. The weight is dropping. There is hope again. The calm is returning. The sign is that. That's the planning. I'm preparing you inside for what I'll let out outside. Because I strengthen my feet before I open the door. I hold my heart firmly before I elevate someone. Additionally, as the moment of exaltation is drawing near, your heart is currently being established. The opponent is most afraid of this time, as he is aware that the moment of fulfillment is approaching. For this reason, he made an effort to raise the stakes, divert attention, and sow doubts. That won't work, though. When you discovered how to pay attention to me. Because you choose to stay. Because your trust endures even if it is disturbed. And all I need to act is a living faith. I am dismantling the opposition that stood in your way. The voices that perplexed you are being silenced. People who no longer walk with their destiny are being pushed away by me. Every action you do is being guided by me. I'm situating you even when it feels like you're standing motionless. Your journey has not been in vain. No breaks, no diversions, no delays. You were at the right place at the right moment because of everything. And that moment has arrived. The time of year is shifting. The environment around you is shifting. You're healing your interior environment. And the outside reacts to changes on the inside. You will witness this firsthand. Situations are being resolved. Doors opening. Something that appeared closed was beginning to give way. You are no longer where you used to be. Despite appearances, it isn't. You will need to have a new degree of faith, insight, and surrender for what is ahead. I prepared you for that reason. I let you take on challenges you believed you couldn't handle because of this. Because you're prepared to bear the burden of success now that you've learned everything. Not only to get it, but to hold on to it. For instance, to have a voice. To serve as an example of what I am capable of doing for someone who decides to have faith in me through to the conclusion. The time has arrived for your narrative to become a reference. Those who were skeptical will see. Those who made fun of it will not speak. You will be esteemed in the eyes of those who judged you. But not to make someone feel inferior, but to elevate my name. I shall be exalted by your life. Others will be uplifted by your way. Many people will benefit from your recovery. Your victory will serve as tangible evidence that I continue to work miracles. You'll be the channel. There will be a response. It will be bright. Don't stop now, then. Don't give up. Avoid being sidetracked. The hardest part is usually the last stretch. The prize is right around the corner, yet fatigue may arrive. Remain steadfast. Continue to have faith. You are getting closer every day. You become more aligned with each prayer. I'm getting closer with every delivery. And before you know it, what is promised today will become a reality. You'll see. It'll ring. You'll survive. And you will comprehend why everything occurred when that day arrives, which is already drawing near. You'll realize that all of the pain wasn't in vain. That everything was done for a reason. Very deep roots were produced by every tear. And when that triumph does arrive, it will be more than just a feat, it will be dedicated. An honoring of my faithfulness. Verification that I never abandoned you. Breathe deeply. You are closer to victory than you realize. And nothing will be the same when she gets there. Because I'm getting ready to do something that will permanently change your narrative. And it all begins right now, in this special time that we have together. Let your heart be touched by this moment. Your future is no longer defined by the past. I am aware of what took place. I am aware of the decisions that caused you suffering, the errors you now regret, the remarks that left you scarred, and the memories that continue to torment you. However, I pronounce now, with all the might of heaven, that it is no longer yours. What you live does not define you. What they stated does not apply to you. What you lose does not define you. I see you. And I see a person who is prepared to live in a new era. Now I'm wiping off every evidence of censure. Time has left its marks, and I'm clearing them up. The bonds that bound you to the past are being broken by me. You are no longer under the influence of any of this. Nothing can stop me from doing what I'm about to do, not even shame, trauma, or unpleasant memories. The past was not a jail but a school. It wasn't a statement, it was a tool. Now, I'm opening a new door through which all darkness will be dispelled by the light of freedom. You've attempted to start over before, I know. It would be different, I've already convinced myself. However, you were still dragged back by the weight of everything you had gone through. And that's why I'm here today to set you free. You won't have the strength to do it. My spirit will be the one to do it. You'll get a sense of relaxation and rejuvenation. Your body will start breathing more freely, your mind will start to relax, and your heart will start to slow down. When I apply restoration, this is what occurs. The voice of guilt has no more space. The prosecution no longer has any authority. Confessions were pardoned. Furthermore, you can no longer be held back by what has been forgiven. I erase everything that attempted to keep you mired in the past. A fresh cycle starts today. Within you, not simply on the calendar. A cycle on which you may move freely. Where you hold your head high as you walk. Where you perceive yourself as a restored son rather than a victim. As you go past the past, you'll see that the future is blossoming in front of you. Fresh possibilities. New relationships. New terms. Fresh emotions. Everything is being renewed by me. You'll even have a fresh perspective on yourself. You'll start to view yourself the way I do, loved, valuable, and purposeful. Because you are valuable. Because I made you with purpose, with attention to detail, and with promise. And that could not be erased by any amount of anguish. I have a new tale in the works. Carefully, guidingly, and gracefully, page after page. It's not necessary for you to comprehend everything. All you have to do is let it. Let me take the lead. Let me cure you. Let the next one in. As he has already arrived at the door. It's also magnificent. It's not heavy. It has a lot of significance. You will be appreciative of your survival, resistance, and trust when you look back. And you'll see that I prepared you even for what you believed would ruin you. A new life lies in front of you. And it begins right now. Right now, when you decide to release the burden. Where you make the decision to quit blaming yourself. In which you put aside your guilt and open your arms to accept what I have to offer. For those who are in me, there is no judgment. Healing is taking place. Freedom exists. Grace exists. And you are now receiving this grace. She has her wounds covered. It has to do with your soul. It's reclaiming your identity. Tell someone who needs to hear this message. Don't keep the blessings that heaven is giving you to yourself. You become a conduit for the liberty of others after achieving your own. People who are close to you also need to let go of the past and realize that love and hope still exist. Be that voice. Be that ray of hope. Because what began within you will continue to exist within you. Breathe deeply. We have moved on from the past. And I have larger, lighter, and more lovely things in store for you. Let your heart be touched by this moment. New avenues will become available to you. And not only pathways that are obvious to the naked sight, but spiritual ones you never would have thought to follow. It is I who makes the way for man to glimpse the conclusion. I open entrances in seemingly impassable barriers. In the middle of the desert, I construct roadways. And I'm doing just that right now. I'm clearing the path for you. A purposeful, secure course guided by my hand. You could be unsure of where to go. Perhaps you're in a decision-making phase and are scared of choosing the wrong course of action or deviating from my plan. However, I gently remind you that you are not alone in this. Every move is being guided by me. I can see everything. I take over the direction of your stroll once you give it to me. And the goal will be ideal even if it doesn't appear apparent or if the turns are challenging. As the script is written by me. I also exclusively write stories that have happy endings. Don't fear the unknown. Because it throws you off balance, the new item is frequently frightening. However, I may behave freely just outside of this location. It's in delivery, not in control. It is based on trust rather than reasoning. And the days ahead of you will call for trust. Living faith, not blind faith. Faith that has faith in spite of ignorance. Faith that obeys without knowing everything. And this confidence will be repaid with tangible miracles, guidance, and insights. I've already put the appropriate individuals in your way. Relationships that will accelerate rather than decelerate you. Doors that will be opened by heavenly favor rather than human effort. Unexpected invites, eagerly anticipated responses, and seemingly little possibilities that hold the path to greater things. Keep an eye out. Pay attention to my spirit. He will guide you in a calm manner. I'll be there where there's real tranquility. Retrench where misunderstanding exists. My methods provide relaxation, and I am an orderly God. There's no need to hurry. Everything will take place when it should. I'm not running late. I also don't get there early. My timing and intention are flawless. And a period of fulfillment is upon you. To see what was previously just in your spirit with your own eyes. New avenues. Novel concepts. Heightened awareness. You'll know when it's time to take action. When it's time to wait, you'll know. Because I will be talking to you in detail myself. Keep in mind that a new road necessitates a new heart. I healed you for that reason. I thus cleared away the remnants of the past. You may now move freely, fearlessly, and without weight. You don't need to carry any baggage from the past. For this new adventure, I'm gifting you lightness. And it will be lighter the more you trust. Because you will be resting in me, not because there won't be any difficulties. You'll get to areas you never thought possible. Nor for prestige, nor for self-interest, but for purpose. There is something in you that will bear my glory, therefore I will take you where others cannot. The solution will be your presence. Your calm will serve as a sign. A lighthouse will be your life. Additionally, there will be change wherever I put you. Not only may new routes benefit you personally, they can also serve as conduits for the blessings of others. Sign up to go on daily walks with me. This choice is based on a spiritual commitment rather than a platform. About stating your desire to continue hearing my voice, going in the direction of eternity, and following my steps. Make it a faith act. Lord, I choose to follow you instead of walking alone. Make this motion. And prepare yourselves, for the new one has already started. You will see the signs of my attention with each step you take in the morning. New avenues. New seasons. And a deep-seated conviction, I'm with you. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. Your vision and dreams are being renewed by God. There are long-suppressed passions within you. Plans that you put on hold due to fatigue, disappointment, or fear. Promises that you believed have been lost to time, forgotten by events, or wiped out by suffering. However, I can now assure you that no commitment I made to you has been broken. All they needed to do was wait for the ideal moment to blossom. And now is the moment. I'm reaching into the most profound parts of your being. The ones you no longer even remembered. I'm reviving dreams that were suppressed by trauma, habit, and hurry. You lived in prayer, but as time went on, you lost faith in your dreams. Dreams you believed were too audacious, too far away, or too large. However, I made you for great things. I'm calling you back now so we can dream together. I want to prove to you that there is still time. That time was not wasted. That the seeming delay was actually preparation. I was strengthening roots, laying a foundation, and bringing your vision into line with my desire. I can now give you what I have been waiting so long to see in your hands because you are more receptive to my voice, more healed on the inside, and more reliant on me. You'll have another dream. You'll dream once again. Return to your planning. And all of this with joy, lightness, and a fresh sense of optimism. Look forward. Look at what I have in front of you. It's not a false impression. It's not a work of fiction. It's a pledge. It's fate. It's life. I haven't finished with you. There is so much more to discover. Your adventure will continue to affect a great number of individuals. A great deal of history remains to be written. The end is not you. A new beginning has begun. And this new beginning is characterized by a distinct vision, steadfast aspirations, and objectives with heavenly origins. The creativity I shall unleash on you will astound you, with the concepts that will emerge in everyday situations, as though they were always there, with the projects that would develop in your mind. I have given you gifts that aren't quite ready to be used. However, I'm currently opening blocked regions. You'll have a fertile mind. You'll have productive days. Your feet will move in a certain direction. Additionally, what appeared to be static will start to flow organically. Don't feel bad about the years that have gone by. Examine with appreciation. They weren't squandered. They were getting ready. The experience that is ahead of you will be so intense, so plentiful, and so magnificent that it will compensate for every cry, every delay, and every no that you have encountered. They will raise the dreams that were on the ground. We shall strengthen those who were weakened. And those who appeared to have been forgotten will come back much more beautiful. Allow me to revitalize your vision. Remove the lenses of comparison, guilt, and fear. Look at it my way. Observe opportunities, possibilities, unanticipated resources, and open routes. Observe open doors, open hearts, and heavenly relationships. Instead of looking like a beggar, I'm teaching you how to appear like a son. Dreaming as someone who is aware that their father is capable of anything and wants the best for them. I'm not too huge for your fantasies. Conversely, some are still little in comparison to what I've made. Give yourself permission to dream like a kid. Don't be afraid. No restrictions. With liberty. With assurance. Without the burden of uncertainty, let your heart to dream with trust. I am not a frustrated God. I am an unexpected Father. I'll also surprise you. You'll notice there's more. There was always more. The moment to live has now arrived. Breathe deeply. Revive your vision. Dream once more. Heaven is open above you, and I will accomplish all that I have stated. Let your heart be touched by this moment. Right now, something is shifting. It is something that must be seen with the heart rather than the eyes. As you listen, something is occurring. Something profound, quiet, strong, and spiritual. It's like a gentle breeze that comes in unnoticed yet changes everything in its path. Areas that appeared ignored are being touched by me. A new movement within you is being released by me. It has triggered a miracle. Furthermore, He has already begun. You don't have to comprehend. All you have to do is realize. You can feel the lightness approaching. Feel how this word affects your spirit. This inexplicable sensation is my spirit's way of letting me know I'm here. What I'm doing. That I'm doing something already. Tomorrow is not here. Next month is not the time. And now. Something shifts inside you. Everything around you starts to react as this takes place inside of you. The locked thing starts to open. The trapped object begins to loosen. The seemingly insurmountable starts to fit. Every miracle has its proper moment. And it's yours. The time of year has shifted. The heavens parted. The spiritual space has been set up. At this point, the natural starts to show signs of the unseen. There's no reason to pursue it. You will receive what is rightfully yours. Because I am the God who moves with purpose, who delivers with grace, and who draws with favor. Everything then begins to flow. You'll experience greater direction, clarity, and serenity. Something inside of you has already changed, even if nothing else has changed. This marks the beginning of something significant. The start of a new world. Your environment shifted, but you were unaware of it. My presence infiltrated the surroundings that surrounded you. The earth and sky have positioned themselves in your favor. Furthermore, I already control every inquiry, even if you don't yet have all the answers. Nothing was overlooked. There will be no waste. One component at a time, one detail at a time, I'm organizing everything. But this is where it all begins. This moment of spiritual awakening, faith, and surrender. This is a moment you will never forget. You will recall the emotions you were experiencing. How nothing seemed to be going on. Then you'll understand that things started to shift right now, in this quiet moment between you and me. That a release occurred. That the heavens shifted. That your soul sprang to life. That the promises started to materialize. And everything will be different from now on. Signs will become apparent to you. Words that will support the statements made here. Individuals that will cross your way in order to assist with the strategy. Chances you never would have thought of. Dreams that will return with a vengeance. A newfound bravery to go on. A greater affection for me. Because transformation occurs when a miracle occurs. I don't bestow flimsy blessings. I create completely fresh starts. Everything is renewed by me. The surroundings may remain the same, but what's inside of you has changed. We're renewing you. It is becoming more powerful. The presence that transforms everything is coming to see you. This presence repairs what was damaged, heals wounds, and calms storms. You are seeing the start of a miracle. Furthermore, there is no turning back. Because nobody can stop me when I decide to start. Avoid being sidetracked. Don't question it. Don't assume it's over the top. It's real, you know that. You sense it. Something has shifted, and your spirit has already sensed it. Though imperceptible today, it will eventually become apparent. The fruits will appear. The testimony will emerge. And you'll know that day was the beginning. In the video, when you made the decision to listen through to the conclusion, and I was able to help with it. Comment, my miracle comes to me. Compose this with faith. As someone who is already aware that a certain action has been taken. Like a person who is already living and not waiting. There is more to this statement than just words. It's a seal. A key. An obvious amen. In other words, Lord, I believe. Lord, I receive. Lord, I am ready. And go on. Now don't stop. I have more for you to see. There will be more releases. More to do. This is only the start. Breathe deeply. Right now, something is shifting. Let your heart be touched by this moment. You'll serve as a live example. The marks of what only I could have done will be evident throughout your life. It is more than simply being blessed, it is about being someone who is a living example of how my presence has changed them in every way. People will sense a difference in you when they look at you. They will also be unable to refute it. Since your tranquility will be indisputable. It will be apparent that it is bright. You'll have a different strength. Your happiness will be deeply rooted. You will be remembered for your triumph over adversity rather than for the hardships you endured. For the manner in which he maintained his composure in the face of chaos. For the faith you choose to maintain despite your sorrow. For the hope that persisted when all appeared hopeless. And it is evidence. Comfort does not breed testimony. It is the result of faith and suffering. Courageously from the desert. Waiting was a life of servitude. I secretly shaped you. I was there, but no one saw me. Forming, instructing, and getting you ready. Everything has its proper time, and that moment has arrived. Now, when everyone believed nothing was going on, it's time to reveal the world who you have become. Now, the growth that was invisible will be exposed. With appreciation, the fruits that were irrigated with tears will finally be gathered. And all of this will be for my glory, not yours. I'll reach additional stories by using yours. His efforts weren't in vain. For many, what you went through will serve as a bridge to recovery. For others who are still hurting, the wounds I am healing today will become a source of solace. Don't feel guilty about what happened to you. Don't keep your victories a secret. Because it is in your renewed vulnerability, in your weakness turned into strength, that my power is most evident. Your life will serve as a model. For transformation, not for perfection. Because you will be a live example of why I am the God of fresh starts. You will have a distinct shine. And it will be essence rather than looks. It will be there. I'm here. The surroundings will shift wherever you go. It will activate anywhere you tap. Because change comes to those who carry greatness. And this is what you were picked for. To manifest, not to conceal. I am aware that you frequently feel unprepared. Who continues to resist inner whispers that tell them they are unworthy, that they fail too much, or that they are insufficient. However, I am not the source of these sounds. I know you better than anyone. Nevertheless, I choose you. Nevertheless, I chose to encourage you. Because availability, not perfection, is the foundation of my calling. And you're available here. And that's sufficient. Because I pour grace where there is deliverance. People will remember you as someone who never gave up. Like someone who went on despite his bleeding. Like someone who kept going even though they were exhausted. And before me, this tenacity is as gold. It's an indication of maturity. It is the seal of an authorized and tested individual. I'll send you now. To be light is what I send you. To be recuperating. As a response. And you will be a conduit for relief wherever there is suffering. Your presence will provide guidance in areas of confusion. You shall radiate the light from me wherever there is darkness. Consider it a gesture of appreciation and affirmation. It takes more than a click. It's a gesture of spirituality. A means of sealing what is being thrown at you. It brings much greater favor when one says, Lord, I receive. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I recognize that you are lifting me up. Because the sky is drawn to those with a glad heart. A heart that affirms bears fruit. A responsive heart produces fruit. They're lifting you up to stand. Not only as a victor, but also as someone with a purpose. An anointing. A lovely duty, sharing my identity with you via your path. I have to show the world what I'm doing to you. Because what started out as a private miracle will turn into a manifestation of my glory in public. Breathe deeply. You serve as a live example. The finest portion is still to come. Let your heart be touched by this moment. Inhale deeply. The miracle has already started. Running is no longer necessary. You no longer have to argue with yourself in an attempt to find quick fixes. You don't have to defend yourself to those who can't see the unseen or prove anything to anyone. As I've already begun the task. Because you are already in a different location without even recognizing it. Around him, the spiritual atmosphere changed. Your faith is more vibrant, your heart is lighter, and your intellect is clearer. This indicates the start of the miracle. Now is not the time to see everything. A spectacle is not usually how the miracle manifests itself. Sometimes it starts as a previously unexistent serenity. You believed you had lost your bravery. A will to keep on despite not having all the answers. I work in the private, the personal, and the basic. And that's where the change becomes more powerful. Everything is starting to change on the exterior because I rebuilt you on the inside. Perhaps you still feel as though nothing happened in certain aspects of your life. But see through the Spirit's eyes. Take note of how you have changed. How your thought process has changed over time. His soul became calm, his temperament was rejuvenated, and his sensitivity grew. It's a miracle. It's a lovely touch. Your prayers are being answered in heaven. And you've fought the process if you've made it this far. The reason is that you're prepared to experience the new thing that has already started. To let you know that you are not forgotten, I have guided you to this point. That your beliefs weren't disregarded. that your weeping was not disregarded, and that all of the things you have surrendered to my grasp are now moving. The seeds that you sowed in prayer are already sprouting, and you'll see fruit very soon. Fruits of dignity, peace, reparations, and fresh starts. Because I am the fulfilling God. Where there used to be only dry earth, there is now the God who creates flowers. Again, take a big breath. Observe how things have changed. The reason the air seems lighter is because I have visited you, not because the world has changed. And everything changes where I am. I contribute purpose, order, and illumination. It's a shift in the cycle, not just a fleeting emotion. Everything will start to fall into place from this point on. Confirmations will be sent to you. The path will become evident. Additionally, the fights that seem to engulf you will become weaker. You have had a spiritual realignment. A new seal has been placed on you. A new era has begun. And I encourage you to go with assurance. Now in anticipation rather than dread. Now with trust, instead of uncertainty. I'll be with you at every turn. I will be guiding you with every choice you make. I will be answering each and every prayer. You no longer have to walk alone. And keep in mind that I have already begun the miracle, even if you feel feeble. There will be no stopping what has already begun. Because it depends on my faithfulness, not on your effort. I finish what I start. I maintain what I activate. This is a fact you can rest in. You don't have to be afraid to keep going. Because heaven is on your side. Because you are covered with grace. Since the promise endures. Additionally, you're on time. In the proper location. Being guided by the appropriate people. Mine. And you will continue to be a response to others, even if you are not aware of it. People will be moved by your metamorphosis. Those who are still in chaos will find light in your new tranquility. You'll turn into an inspiration, a guide, and a lighthouse. It's genuine, not because it's flawless. Because it conveys the reality of what I am capable of doing with those who fully dedicate themselves. It will be a sign in your life. It will be a challenging road. Your presence will be therapeutic. Just take a deep breath now. Allow all that has been let go to keep creating life inside of you. Let this seed sprout. Let's establish this term. May your faith become stronger. Because it's not over yet. This is only the start. And the results of this will be beyond your expectations. You are seeing the start of a miracle. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment.